friends. Welcome to Yoga with Nicole. How's everybody feeling today? 2 thumbs up? Maybe not so much. Maybe it's 2 thumbs down today. Maybe you're having a so-so day and it's 1 thumb up and 1 thumb down. It's always good to check in with how we're feeling, boys and girls. That way we know kind of how to take care of ourselves, right? Well, let's see if we can use a little bit of yoga to help ourselves today, help our bodies feel good. Boys and girls, we're going to talk about our bones today. We're going to do some skeleton yoga. So hop on your mat or a towel, grab a water bottle if you get thirsty, and join me in child's pose. Sitting at our knees, sitting back on our heels, we'll fold forward, bringing our forehead all the way down to the ground and listening carefully to my chime. Boys and girls, slowly rise on up. Take a big breath in, reach way up high. And then as you breathe out, bring your palms together in front of your heart and press your hands as strong as you can. And help me sing our song. Eyes are watching, ears are listening, voices quiet, bodies calm. This is how we listen, and I know you're ready for yoga time, yoga time. Well done. Well, boys and girls, we're going to talk about our bones today. We have bones inside of our body. That's right. Before we get started with some of those poses, let's get warmed up with a little sun salutation. So stretch your puppy dog paws nice and wide. Press them into the mat. Tuck your toes under. Stretch your legs up high in the sky and bark it out. Woof, 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 woof. Boys and girls, wag your tails and let's stretch one leg up high in the sky. Shake it out. Bring that foot down. Stretch your other leg up high in the sky. Shake it out. Bring that foot down. Bend your knees. Jump your feet up. And how many frog jumps are we doing today? Ooh, I think I heard 7. Let's do 7. Straight up and down. Help me count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well done. Stretch those legs out long. Hang down low, tickle your toes, and come all the way up to mountain pose. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Fantastic. Let's get ready to dance, my friends. All right, boys and girls, here we go. Let's stretch way up high, wave to the side. And hang down low, tickle your toes. And hands down and step back. And lower all the way to the ground. Lift your head and your heart and let's howl at the moon. Ow! Ow, ow, ow. Tuck your toes under, find your downward dog and bark it out. Well done, boys and girls. Bend your knees, jump your feet up, and let's do 3 more frog jumps. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Stretch your legs out long. Hang down low, tickle your toes, and come all the way up to mountain pose. Let's stretch over to one side. Come on up. Stretch it over to the other side. And come on up. And let's find our mountain pose. Big breath in. Big breath out. Wonderful. Let's do that one more time, my friends. Reach way up high, wave to the sun. Hang down low and tickle your toes. Hands down and step back. And lower all the way to the ground. Lift your head and your heart. Lift your legs up off the ground and howl at the moon. Ow! Tuck your toes under, find your downward dog, bark it out. Boys and girls, bend your knees, jump your feet up, and let's do 2 more frog jumps. Here we go. 1 and 2. Well done. Stretch your legs out long. Hang down low, tickle your toes. And come all the way up. Beautiful, boys and girls. Lean over to one side. Come on up. Lean over to the other side. Come on up. And find your mountain pose. Big breath in. Big breath out. Wonderful, my friends. Let's have a seat. Fantastic. So boys and girls, today we're going to talk about the bones in our body. Yeah, that's right. And what happens, what do we call all of those bones when we put all those bones together and they're in our body? What do we call that? There is a word for it. That's right, it's a skeleton. That's right. And today we're going to see how some of our bones work and how some of our bones move, and we might even learn a couple of the names of our bones. Boys and girls, do you know how many bones make up a skeleton? How many bones do we have in our body? We have a lot. Oh, I hear some good guesses. Yeah. Boys and girls, we have 206 bones in our bodies. That's a lot of bones. That's right. We have, well, let's see. Why don't you use your hands, use your fingers, use your discovery tools and feel around and notice where in your body you might have some of these bones. Yeah, what do we know about bones? How do they feel? Are they soft? Are they hard? Yeah, they're kind of hard, aren't they? So feel around and notice where you might have some bones in your body. Can you tell me where we might have some bones? Ah, yeah, some good guesses. That's right. How about these things? Yeah, our fingers. That's right. We have bones in our fingers, and we have bones in our toes. Well done, that's right. We have bones in our ankles, right? And let's move on up. We even have bones in our legs. If we keep moving up, oh, did you feel that bone in your knee? Yeah, let's keep going. Oh, I feel some bones in my thighs. Yeah, and let's bring it all the way to our hips. Do we have a hip bone? Oh, I feel one in there. Now let's bring our hands to our back. Ooh, we do have a backbone, don't we? That's right. Now what about these bones here? They help to protect our lungs. Hello, puppy. Yeah, those are called our ribs. That's right. And we have bones up here. Yep, in our collar. We have shoulders. We have bones in our arms. That's right, and even in our head. Come here, puppy. That's right, so we have bones all over our body, and they help to give our body shape, and they help our bodies to move around. Well, today, boys and girls, I have with me some skeleton yoga cards. So we're going to reach in and we're going to see how some of these bones can work inside of our body. Let's try it. I'm going to reach in and let's see. Ooh. Boys and girls, our skeleton friend today is doing our cat and cow pose. Let's give it a try. Let's come to our hands and knees. Fantastic. Do you feel your bones? Do you feel how strong your knees, your legs, and your hands are? Press your fingers into the ground, and then we're going to stretch out our backbone, our spine. Drop your belly down, look all the way up at the ceiling. What does a cow sound like? Moo. That's right. Round your back, tuck your chin, and let's make our cat sound. Let's do it again. Drop the belly down, look up, moo, and round your back. Meow. Well done, my friends. Let's come and have a seat. Hi, puppy. It's not time to play yet, bud. It's time for yoga. All right, boys and girls, let's see what else we have. Oh, this is a good pose. This is a big one. Take a look. Yeah, that's our Palau pose. Look at those long leg bones and that curved spine. Let's see if we can give it a try. Here we go. Let's come all the way down onto our back. Actually, we're going to sit crisscross applesauce at the top of our mat. Let's do it that way. And let's grab a hold of our feet. Sitting up tall, we're going to tuck our chin to our chest so that way when we roll back, we don't hit the back of our head. Here we go. Start to rock and roll. And when you're ready, tucking your chin to your chest, roll onto your back and come on up. Roll back again. Come on up. And this time, roll back and stretch your legs as long as you can. And see if you can touch your toes towards the ground. Beautiful work, boys and girls. Take a breath here. Breathe it out. And let's slowly roll all the way back down. Wonderful work, boys and girls. Let's keep going. Let's see what else we have today. Let's see how else we can use our bones. Reach in. Oh, we did this pose last week, boys and girls. This was our challenge pose. Does anybody remember the name of this? It's hard to tell when you're looking at just the skeleton. It was our crow pose. That's right. This was our balance pose on our hands. Let's give it another try, boys and girls. Let's find a squat. And then remember, if you have a pillow, it's best to put a pillow on your mat right in front of you. In that case, if you happen to fall, then you'll have some place soft to land. Let's give it a try. Stretch your hands out, press them into the mats, and then we're gonna bend our elbows to make a little shelf for our knees. When you're ready, we're gonna rest our knees on top of our elbows, and then let's see if we can balance on just one foot, lifting one foot up. Wonderful, bring that foot down, and let's try the other foot. Here we go, strong and steady, resting our knee bones on our arm bones. Wonderful, boys and girls. Well done. If you'd like to give it another try, if you have your pillow in front of you and you would like to try to balance on two hands, and if you think you're ready, let's do it. But remember, you don't have to give this one a try. I want you to stay safe and I want you to feel safe. But if you're ready, you can practice lifting both feet off and try balancing on just your hands. That is a strong pose. Shake out your arms. Shake it, shake it, shake it. And let's sit tall and take a big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Awesome work. All right, boys and girls, let's see what else our skeleton is up to today. Oh, I think we know this pose, boys and girls. Take a look. Can anybody tell me what that pose is? It's tree pose. Well done. Let's stand up. We know this pose really well. Let's give it a try. Boys and girls, stand tall just like a mountain. And then we're going to let our roots grow deep down into the earth. Bring our palms together in front of our hearts. Find something to look at that's not moving. So that way, our bodies won't move. All right, does everybody have something to look at? Okay, when you're ready, shift your weight into one foot and then press your other foot to the inside of your leg. Be so strong and so still. And then today, I think we'll do a little twisted tree. So stretch your arms out nice and wide. And then we're gonna bend our elbows. And you can stay here if you want. This is a fun Halloween tree. Or you can put one elbow on top of the other and press your hands together and twist your branches up. And take a big breath in. Big breath out. And then unravel and then let the wind blow your branches away. Woo! Boys and girls, let's find that tree pose on the other side. take a moment to steady yourself. Let your roots grow. And then find something to look at that's not moving. Did you find your spot? When you're ready, lift up your foot and press it to the inside of your tree trunk. Wonderful work. Stretch your branches out nice and long. And then when you're ready, bend your elbows. Remember, you can stay here today if you want, or you can put your other elbow on top. Wrap your arms, press your hands together, and take a big deep breath in. A big deep breath out. Wonderful. Stretch your branches out and let the wind blow. Beautiful. Woo! Well done, boys and girls. Let's come have a seat. All right. So some of my older yogi friends, some of my older friends, children that practice yoga with me, call this skeleton Skelly Bob. So let's see what other poses Skelly Bob is doing today. Oh, take a look. Look at those long leg bones. Look at those long arm bones. And look at his hip bones. All right, my friends, sitting on our bones, we're going to stretch our legs long out to the side. And then let your toes point up towards the ceiling. Do you know what we call our toe bones? They're called phalanges. Can you give them a wiggle? Wiggling our phalanges, that's right. And you know, we have some other phalanges on our bodies. Does anybody know where else we would have phalanges? That's right, our fingers are called phalanges and our toes are called phalanges. Well done. Let's see if we can stretch our arms out nice and long, and can you touch your phalanges? Now, if you can't reach your phalanges, no worries. Just bring your fingers, your other phalanges, down to wherever it feels good. That's right, sitting tall. And let's see if now we can bring our fingers, these phalanges, up to the sky. Press your palms together over your head and sit as tall as can be. Well done. Open and close your arms just like wings of a bat. Beautiful. Well done. Fantastic, boys and girls. Let's give our knees a hug and have a seat. Wonderful. Well, we have one last pose, I think, to do in here. Let's see what Skelly Bob is up to. Oh, look at, we have one more. Ooh, look at how long his body is. Look at all of those bones. That's right. Let's give it a try. Here we go. Boys and girls, we are going to bend our knees, press our feet into the mat, press our hands into the mat, and then lift our hip bones up. Wonderful work, boys and girls. All right, so right now, you can stay here if you'd like, or you can start to walk your feet out. Oh my goodness, it's getting harder and harder. Can you walk your feet out some more? Lift those hip bones up. And let your head drop back very gently. Wonderful. Press your phalanges into the mat. Do you remember your phalanges? Well done, boys and girls. Lower your hip bones down. That was a strong pose, too. Let's shake it out. Shake out your arms. Shake out your phalanges. Shake out your head. Shake everything out. And freeze. Nice work. Boys and girls, we're going to get ready to calm our bodies down and take our rest. But first, let's stretch those legs out one more time. Give your phalanges a little wiggle. Well done. And let's try and stretch and reach for our phalanges. And can you reach for your ankle bones? Can you reach for your knee bones? We call these our patella. Can you say patella? Yeah, that's right. Can you find your hip bones? I found them right there. Yep. Now what about our ribs? Who remembers where your ribs are? That's right. Those are those bones that protect your heart and your lungs. Well done. Now I wonder if you can find your elbows. That's right. We have a lot of bones that come together. We have three big bones that come together to make our elbows. There might be some other things going on in our elbows too. That's right. Now what about our shoulders? Yeah, same thing here in our shoulders. We have our arm bones and we have our collarbone and we have our shoulder blades that come up together to all meet and make our shoulders. Kind of neat, huh? That's right. And what about that spine? Who remembers where the spine is? That's our backbone. Well done. And our backbone goes all the way up our neck to our head bone. But what is our head bone called? Does anybody know? That's right, it's called our cranium. That's a big word, cranium. Fantastic. Now what about here? There's a bone in our mouth, in our jaw. Does anybody know what that's called? That's called your mandible. Can you say mandible? That's right, mandible. Well done. Oh, boys and girls, we have lots of bones in our body, and they help us do all sorts of great things. They help us move. They help give our body shape and structure. And now it's time to rest our bones, boys and girls. Let's come have a seat. Let's roll onto our backs. Stretch our legs up high in the sky. Grab a hold of our feet and rock back and forth on our spines and our pelvis. That's our hip bones. And let's get ready to take our rest. Give your patellas a little kiss and stretch it out. Let your feet fall open. Bring your hands down by your sides. Take a big breath in and breathe it out. Begin to think about the bones in your toes, and your feet, and in your ankles. And notice those bones beginning to feel heavier and heavier. Think about the bones in your legs and your knees. And notice how heavy they feel. Think about your hip bone. Feel your hip bone sink into the mat. Notice your spine, your shoulder blades, and the bones in your arms, and hands and fingers, and notice all those bones. Notice how they feel heavy. Notice the back of your skull. And notice how heavy your head feels. And notice when your body feels heavy. Notice how safe you feel. And how calm and peaceful you feel. Boys and girls, take a big breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out, wiggle your phalanges. And then stretch your arms up over and past your head. And boys and girls, when you're ready, roll onto your sides. And rest here for just a moment. And then let's push our bodies up, and everybody join me. Sitting crisscross applesauce, hands on your patellas. Boys and girls, well done, great work today. Boys and girls, we have such fantastic bodies, don't we? They are so strong and they help us do so many different things. It's always wonderful to celebrate our bodies. Boys and girls, well done today. Let's get ready to say our goodbye poem. Sitting up tall, reach way up high, say the sky above me, the earth below me, everything I need is within me. I'll see you later, my friends.